Hour continues.
It's Personal Finance Wednesday, and as the new year gets rolling, it's a perfect time to conduct a review of your investments and your money strategy. Let's get some insight from Craig Bolanos, founding partner and chief executive of VestGen Wealth Partners in Inverness and Downers Grove. Find him online at getretiredstayretired.com. Craig, thank you for joining us today. And we run down the list of New Year's resolutions. And the most common one, of course, is I'm going to get in shape this year. And I would imagine the second one is I'm going to get my financial house in order. But, Craig, you probably have to break that down into a number of different categories. So when someone comes to you and says, I want to get my finances in order and make sure everything is on track to be for my retirement and to pay for college and to buy a new house and this, that, and the other thing, what's the first thing they want to tackle?
Well, you know what? We talk about a new year and a new you, and we unlock everyone's meaningful purpose. Rob, what is your why? Why are you seeking improvement? And once we embrace that why, then we can take the first step, which is to start tracking our cash flow. Because when we budget and when we tell our money where to go instead of wondering where it went, that's the key to unlocking savings and discipline. And the B word should no longer be bad. The B word for budget should be strong and encouraging.
And really, it seems like setting a budget may be the most elementary way to approach life, either for yourself or for a couple or for your family. But it sounds like very few people actually set a budget and stick to it.
You're right. So many people talk about the concept, but far too many people fail to create the discipline. And I say again that when we start telling our money where to go instead of wondering where it went, everything falls in line, including the next step, which is securing that emergency fund. If you work for a company, you have a W-2, you have to have at least 3 months of money put away. If you're working in the gig economy, working as an independent contractor, that emergency fund needs to be at least 6 months. And once we have the budget, once we have the emergency fund, then we can get to the really critical piece, which is knocking down that debt.
And when we talk about paying down debt, are we just referring to simply paying off any credit card balances you may have?
You know, my version of debt is this. If it's giving you a financial hangover in 2025, then it's got to go. And most people's mortgage isn't creating the hangover. It's the unsecured credit card debt. It's the personal loan. It's those items that you mentioned. And the single best strategy, bar none, because it's about psychology, right? It's intelligent quotient and implementation quotient. It's a different form of IQ, is if people use the debt snowball, they'll find a way behaviorally to cure that debt in a reasonable period of time.
And then if you want to tackle your debt hangover in 2025, we talk about the debt snowball. What is the kind of easiest way to start doing that in a way that's sustainable?
Simple. You're going to write down all of your debts from smallest to largest. You're going to put them on a piece of paper. Then what you're going to do is you're going to attack that smallest debt with a vengeance. You're going to make the minimum payment on everything else and throw everything you can at that smallest balance. And when you do that, that small balance gets paid off quickly. And then you move to the next smallest balance, throw everything you can at it, pay the minimums on the other. And now all of a sudden you're taking a Sharpie, Rob, and drawing a line through small debt number 1, small debt number 2, working your way to debt number 3, and it creates an exciting environment of success.
And then lastly, invest in your future. And, of course, that is saving for retirement. And multiple times we have talked about how the earlier the better when it comes to saving your retirement, that you may enjoy pocketing that $250 or $300 that goes into your 401k account. But years and decades down the road, that could end up being a $150,000 or $200,000 hit. So if you want to get your retirement back on the rails, what are some things you can do?
simple. I've seen loans for everything. I've yet to see a loan for retirement. So given so many people might be experiencing a positive cost of living adjustment at work, meaning an increase in pay, the first step should be, if you're not currently maximizing your workplace retirement plan, and maybe you're lucky, maybe you're getting a 2%, a 3% pay increase, I want someone to take maybe 1% and start deferring an additional 1% this year into that 401k, 403b, Illinois Secure Choice Plan to hit that savings target that you just mentioned is going to create the miracle of compounding for everyone listening today.
Craig Bolanos, founding partner and chief executive of VestGen Wealth Partners, Inverness and Downers Grove. Find them online at GetRetiredStayRetired.com. Join us at